Posible raw makasuhan ang dating sexy star na si Rosanna Roces. Yan ay kapag napatunayang nagdadala siya ng mga babae para sa mga preso sa bilibid. Bata yan sa pag-amin sa post ng isang nagangalang Jennifer Cruz Adriano na ayon sa mga ulat ay tunay na pangalan ni Osang. Nakatutok si Emil Sumangil. Eksklusibo. Ang larawang ito ay kuha raw mula sa isa sa mga pagkakataong pumasok sa maximum security compound ng Nubilibid Prison ng dating sexy star na si Rosanna Roces. Kuha noong taong 2014, galing ang larawan mula sa source ng GMA News sa NBP. Makikita rito si Osang katabi ang dalawang prison guard, isang babae at isang lalaki. Sa pagdinig kahapon ng House Justice Committee, kaugnay ng umano'y illegal drug trade sa loob ng bilibid, nabanggit si Osang ng isa sa mga tumistigong inmate na si Nonilo Arile bilang isa sa mga malimit daw na dumalaw sa drug lord na si Vicente Entengsi.
Nagbubulag-bulaga ng mga super, OIC, COJ, overseer at gate guard kapag nagpasok sila ng mga babae, starlet at mga artista tulad ni Rosanna Roces alias Osang na laging dumadalaw kay Vicente C, one of Bilibid 19. Si JB at Kulangko ay iba't ibang mga babae na sikat ang mga dumadalaw sa kanila kapalit ng malaking pera na ibinibigay sa prison guards.
Sa iba't ibang news report, sinasabing personal na Facebook account ni Rosanna Roces ang account na ito ni Jennifer Cruz Adriano na siya ring tunay na pangalan ng aktres. Sa post na ito, itinangging mistress siya ni Vicente C pero kinumpirma niyang naghahatid siya ng babae kay C. 25,000 piso raw ang binibigay sa kanya kada hatid kahit para ma-reject ang babaeng dinala niya. Wala naman daw balak ang House Committee on Justice na ipatawag pa si Osang sa pagdinig pero babala ng chairman ng komite.
That's even worse, you know. I hope she realizes what she admitted in the social network, no? Dahil effectively inamin niya that she is involved in human trafficking and she can be indicted for that. Aba, human trafficking, no bail nga yun eh.
Sinusubukan pa namin kunin ang pahayag ng aktres tungkol dito. Dati nang iniulat ng GMA News ang kalakaran ng pagpasok ng babae sa maximum security compound ng NBP. Sa aking report noong 2014, nakaparehan pa namin ang ilang aminadong bugaw sa bilibid tulad ni Sylvia, di niya tunay na pangalan.
Walang higpit. Pera-pera doon sa loob. Pasok ng alak, drugs, tilapia.
10% raw ang komisyon ni Sylvia sa bawat babaeng maibibigay niya sa mga parokyanong kadalasan ay mga chinong inmates.
Pag magandang bata nga, nasa 50, 30, yun ang pinakaano nila. Pero pag may edad-edad na hanggang ang edad nila, mga 20, 27, no, nasa 20 lang. Kahit nga gabi meron, umaga na lumalabas.
Ang tumistigo sa kamera na si Arile, ang ginamit daw na asset ni Police Senior Superintendent Jerry Valeroso para makakuha ng impormasyon sa NBP. Ayon kay Valeroso, di mangyayari ang lahat ng ito kung walang prison guard daw nakasabwat.
Sila ang nagpapasok ng drugs sa loob. Sila ang courier kasi hindi naman sila sinesearching sa main gate ng maximum pagkaba nagpasok sila ng mga drugs.
Kaya raw dapat ipa-lifestyle ang 6 na mga prison guard na tumanggap umano na tig-iisang Toyota Innova kapalit umano ng proteksyon sa mga high-profile inmates.
Trademark nila na pag nagtatransport ng drugs at the same time, meron silang car na Innova na bigay ng ng mga drug lords. Mga malalaking drug, sila Peter ko, yan, si Marcelo C, ganun. Marami sila dyan sa loob.
Emil Sumangil, nakatutok, 24 oras.
At dumalo si JB, hindi dadalo si Gulanggo. Pag dumalo si Gulanggo, ay sa meeting hindi darating si JB. Matindi ang kanilang hidwaan hanggang sila ay nagpapasok ng kanya-kanyang matataas na kalibre ng baril at may granada pa. Palibasa ay mga multimillionaire na sina JB at Gulanggo, nagagawa nila ang gusto nila sa bilibid. Nagbubulag-bulagan ng mga super, OIC, COJ, overseer at gate guard kapag nagpasok sila ng mga babae, starlet at mga artista tulad ni Rosanna Roces alias Osang na laging dumadalaw kay Vicente C, one of Bilibid 19. Si JB at Kulangko ay iba't ibang mga babae na sikat ang mga dumadalaw sa kanila kapalit ng malaking pera na ibinibigay sa prison guards. Palibasa ay kalugar ng Alpa si JB Sebastian at tubong taga-Tondo ay magangang loob niya. At madalas niya akong ipatawag upang humingi ng impormasyon ukol sa mga plano sa kanya ni Kulangko at minsan isang araw magabandang alas 5, pinatawag ako ni JB at tinalok na uminom ng mamahaling alak at dahil sa hindi ako umiinom ay pira na lang ang kanyang ipinaunlak. Sabay sabi, pare, sa atin sa Tondo ay hindi bahay ang pinagagawa niya kundi big building. Sabay pakita ng baril na caliber 40 na nakatago sa kanyang baywang. At isinama niya ako sa kanyang malapartil na kwarto, aircon, at pinakita niya sa akin ang mga baril na iba't ibang kalibre na may 3 Bushmaster na M16 ang bala. Malakas siya kay General Bukayo at lalo na kay Secretary de Lima na madalas niyang kateks. Si Peter ko na number 3 sa Big Fish Drug Lord ay nasasakupan ni JB dahil sa dorm 2B, komando siya nakatira. At ganito po ang senaryo ni JB na bilang kaibigan niya si Secretary de Lima at Director Bukayo, gumawa siya ng paraan na makumbinsi si de Lima na gawin siyang asset upang masugpo nila di umano ang mga drug lord at alam niya bilang commander ng komando na mayroong maraming pira nakaimbak ang mga Chinese national na nasa teritoryo ng komando. Isa na si Peter ko, ipinakita niya kay Peter ang Bushmaster, M16 ang bala at isang 45 caliber at tinuruan ni JB na itago katabi ng kanyang pera. Kaya sa isang cemented wall doon nilagay at marami pang ibang Chinese na binigyan niya ng matataas na baril. Sa kanya ginawa ang intelligence report na bukod sa mayod sa amount of money, meron pang baril. Muro-muro po ito at napaniwala niya si de Lima sa mga score ni JB kaya agad pinatawag ang NBI na may dalang sketch. Lalo siyang bumango kay de Lima dahil lang sa lakay ng NBI, positive nga naman. Hugas kamay si JB na nagkunwari na malinis at masama ang mga Chinese. Sabi tuloy ni Peter ko nang makuha ng NBI ang pera at baril, si JB lang anya ang nakakaalam ng lalagyan. Nang mag-search ang NBI, halatang bagong simento lang ang lalagyan ni Peter ko na binansagang huda si JB sa buong Bilibid. Matapos na madala sa Building 14 ang mga Bilibid boys, naiwan si JB sa maximum at doon siya lalong namayagpag hanggang isang araw ay muli niya akong ipinasundo na napag-usapan namin na mabango siya kay de Lima at sinabi niya sa akin na palalayain siya ni de Lima sa pamamagitan ng absolute pardon dahil ipinagkanulo niya ang mga Chinese kasama sila Kulangko at iba pa sa Bilibid 19. Napakarumi ng laro ni JB, mahirap pagtiwalaan yan. Ang takbo ng usapan sa Bilibid, lalo ba sa grupo ng kumandugang. Sa aming pag-uusap ay nabanggit niya na marami na siyang pera at hindi na maghihirap ang kanyang pamilya at paglaya niya ay kukunin siya ni de Lima at President Pinoy. Sa panahong iyon ay patuloy ang kanyang masamang hangarin at namamayagpag sa paggawa ng pera hanggang isang araw ay naging kaibigan niya si Jackson Lee na dahil sa kanyang modus operandi ay nagdown siya ng ilang milyon upang mabigyan ng paninda na Shabu hanggang sa makuha niya ang tiwala ni Jackson Lee. Mahusay magbayad si JB kaya upi na sa kanya at nilargahan na siya sa pagbibigay ng 50 kilos high grade na Shabu. Akala ni Jackson Lee babayaran pa siya bagkus ay pinatapon siya sa Abuyog, Leyte. Ang halaga ng nakuha ni JB ay kulang-kulang na 100 milyon sa 50 kilos na inangkat niya. Iyon pala ay istapa. Ibig sabihin, hindi na magbabayad si JB. Nang mawala si Kulangko at iba pa, tumayong hari ng Bilibid si JB at ito po ang kanyang video account, Jewelry Shop 0031007956. Diyan po iniuhulog ang malalaking transaksyon sa drugs si JB. Sobra at super lakas siya kay de Lima at Director Bukayo. 1 week sa loob ang mga chicks, bibot niya, air condition, hayahay buhay ng mga milyonaryo. Mahal na Presidente, saan po kaya napunta yung nakumpiska na pera sa Bilibid na humigit kumulang sa 300 million including expensive assorted jewelries? Kay Dilima po itinurnover by NBI agents at right thereafter the rate sa newspaper ay 1.6 million na cash na reported recovered o six items na cash. Hindi niya may tatanggi yun, sir. Alam ng buong Bilibid o baka ginamit sa eleksyon. Right after na mapalitan si Director Bukayo, ay hindi siya binigyan ng Pangulong Pinoy ng absolute pardon sapagkat pumutok na lumaganap na ang kanyang kawalangyaan. Unfortunately, ay iniwan siya sa ere ni Secretary de Lima, kaya isinama siya sa Building 14 kung saan nasa hanay ng Bilibid 19. Sir, nandito po ang totoo na listahan ng mga big fish, drug lord mula sa number 1, Bin Marcelo, alias Kuya Bin, Sam Lechua, yan ang number 2, alias Sam, Peter Ko, number 3, Willie Ang, number 4, Robert Lee, number 5, Willie Ang, number 6, Vicente C, number 7, Jackson Lee, number 8, Angsi, Tatay Angsi, number 9, Tom, number 10. Si Bin Marcelo po, ang spokesman niya ay si Peter Ong, liaison officer ni Marcelo, fluent sa Tagalog, English, direktamente nakikipag-usap sa bureau official at mga tao ni Marcelo.
Mr. Ariles, sandali lang, may I just interrupt. Nakita ko dito na marami sa lahat ng pages nito na confidential. Sino ba naglagay ng confidential na ito? Ito ba'y sinubmit? Ikaw ba naglagay nito? Confidential?
Yes, Your Honor.
So, classified ba ito, Mr. Secretary? Gusto lang malaman ng komite.
Hindi po. At yan ang galing lang sa isang inmate.
So, hindi ito...
Kaya walang
classified.
yung confidential dyan. Hindi siguro ang ibig niya sabihin, confidential sa kanila ni Pangulong Duterte.
Okay, so...
Mr. Chair,
May I know
May I-
sino bang...
Mr. Chair,
Congressman Akop?
may we ask kung ano siya talaga, action agent o hausyaw? Kasi these two terms are, very far apart with each other.
I am a government asset, Your Honor.
Alam po ba ninyo na pag government asset ka, may mga dokumento na pipirmahan ka? And one of that document is your agreement.
Yes, Your Honor.
Meron kang pinirmahan.
Wala po akong pinirma, Your Honor, but I was recruited and encouraged by Senior Superintendent Jerry Valeroso, si government asset, and wherein my obligation, Your Honor, is to gather and supply information regarding the drugs proliferation in Bilibid Prison, Your Honor.
Mr. Chair, I would reserve my other questions when Senior Superintendent Valeroso will take this stand. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Maraming salamat. Kay
Mr.
Chief
Chair.
PNP lang, gusto ko lang tanungin. Ano bang procedure nyo rito? Kasi si General Valeroso ay dating sa PNP. CIDG. Ano po bang inyong regulasyon dito patungkol sa mga ganitong assets?
Mr. Chairman,
Mr. Chair, before...
I was the one who brought this matter out to you. Ang concern lang po namin dito kung ito ay valid intelligence operation at nagdi-divulge naman ng mga classified document, kung pwedeng dinidivulge ba ito sa public or it threaten the operations of the PNP?
Your Honor, if that
Mr. Chair,
document...
before the good Director General,
Muna natin.
no, he has to be sworn first because he was not included in those sworn. Because the sworn speaker has
Hindi naman si
to be sworn.
PNP.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Chairman.
Your Honor, if that document is classified by CIDG itself, then it has to be declassified first before it can be open to the public. But I don't know if that has gone through the process, CIDG, Your Honor. So I have yet to ask the director of CIDG if they are the ones who classified that document.
We find out from Director Magalong. Well, I just want that we do not violate any regulations regarding
Yes,
this
sir.
matter.
Mr. Chair, Your Honor, we have not yet declassified the information. And besides, it's my first time to meet inmate Arile. I'm not aware that he was the action agent used by Senior Superintendent Valeroso. And besides, Your Honor, Senior Superintendent Valeroso voluntarily, when I was still the CIDG, he volunteered to provide some information with regards to what's going on inside the NBP. So my instruction to him is, okay lang, sige, you can use, you can proceed with your plan of action, but all information will be given to the head of the Transnational Crime Division, who was then Police Senior Superintendent Goygoyon. Si Goygoyon po ang magko-consolidate, and then everything will be given to the Intelligence Division for encoding in the system po.
My only concern is, can you advise the committee, can we proceed with him reading all of this?
Anyway, yes, Your Honor. Anyway, tapos na rin po yung yung operation. Basically, tapos na, terminated na po lahat. History na po yung binabanggit naman po niya.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chair, just for clarification, Mr. Chair, I would like to inquire with the witness if he's the one who wrote this one, the annexes A1 to A5. Are you
Yes,
Afghanistan
Your Honor.
that's being referred to in the annexes?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, we'll reserve the questions when the right time comes, Mr. Chair.
Okay, sige, di kompletohin nyo na. Total, patapos na tayo. Doon sa iyong binabasa. Pakituloy na. Pakibilis lang po. Anyway, nandyan naman ho yan. Just want you to read it into the records para po sa kaalaman ng pati na rin ang nanonood sa atin.
Si Dan Feliciano, Your Honor, ex-commander ng BCJ, Budigero po di Barcilo, Pampanga area, 50 kilos po ang kanyang kinukuha. Christopher Soliva, commander ng BCJ, 40 kilos distributed sa mga mayor ng BCJ, area Luzon, Visayas at Mindanao. Romil Baltar, ex-commander ng BCJ, 30 kilos, area Samar Leyte, with big store at maximum. Dexter Chua, tao po ni Marcelo. Andili, 50 kilos, area Metro Manila. Samli Chua, Jojo Baligad, right hand Sam, Alter Ego, area Luzon, Visayas at Mindanao. Budigero rin po ni Sam, 250 kilos. Alias Yung, height 5'11", former organic member of Hong Kong Police, area Manila, and Norte, 150 kilos at Building 11. Dodong Bertolpo, incumbent assistant commander ng BCJ area, Visayas and Iloilo, nang madala sa Building 14 si Sam sa kanya, pinamahala ni Sam ang Shabu at may sariling budiga, 100 kilos. Clarence Dunggail, PNP graduate, area Dipolog City, Cagayan and Isabela, Sam Office Bus in PNPA, 200 kilograms kasapakat niya ang pagbibinta ng droga at frequently visited by his friend in PNP officers, a certain Colonel Dumlao. Madalas dumalaw kay Major Dunggail sa maximum. Juan alias Boy Buaya, former mayor ng 6B, BCJ, Budigero ni Sam, 180 kilos, area Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, particularly Pasay, Cavite, and Laguna. Peter Ko, busing ni GB Sebastian, 300 kilos Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao. Busing din ang Pangkulangko, 300 kilos Visayas, Metro Manila. Certain Hans, 250 kilos area Luzon, Visayas, in Mindanao. Certain Kim, former husband ni Lia Ratasi, na pinatay paglabas ng maximum 70 kilos area Binondo, Caloocan, Roa City. William Ong, 200 kilos area Cavite, Marinduque, Iloilo, Boracay at Cebu City. William Yang, inistapa po ni Jerry Pipino ng 90 kilos.
Mr. Chairman, that's another very important matter. No? Mr. Witness, kasi annex lang po ito, nakadikit sa affidavit ninyo. Ito ba ay sinusumpaan nyo na lahat ng nakalaad dito sa annex ninyo ay totoo rin? Pawang katotohanan lang, buong katotohanan, yun po ba ay pinanunumpaan din ninyo?
This is, Your Honor, a part of my sinubang salaysay at according to General Bagarong, this is the history of the what really happened to New Bilibid Prison with the...
Point of clarification, Mr. Chair. The General Magalang was being referred to by the witness.
Hindi. Basta sagutin mo muna. Kung pinatutunayan mo to, pinatutuhanan mo to.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Sige, para malinaw po tayo.
Kasama yan sa mamaya.
Yeah. Sige, proceed.
Number 4.
Sige, ano po, meron po kayong agam-agam ngayon sa inyong binabasa?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, sige. Paki-kompleto na po para matapos po sa inyo at mamaya po ay uusisahin po kayo ng mga miyembro ng komite patungkol po sa katotohanan ng lahat nitong isinasalay sa inyo.
Willie Yang, inistapa ni Jerry Pipino ng 90 kilos. Jaime Pacho, Budigiro, 250 kilos. Samuel Las Piñas, ang Budiga area, Parañaque, Boracay, Romblon, Aklan, Katiklan. Boy Delcano, commander ng Batman Gang, 120 kilos, area loob at labas ng Bilibid, Bicol Region. Wilson T, 41, 150 kilos, Metro Manila. At Certain Fernandez, 41, 15 kilos, area Malabon. Robert Lee, Nonato Danao, nasa BCJ maximum, 250 kilos, area Masbate, Romblon. Pinagkakatiwala ni Robert Lee, multimillionaire na kunwari, nakalubog at walang alam, patay mali siya lang, pero pag birthday or Christmas, 20 baboy handa at 15 lechon, ganyan siya kagalante. Willie Ang, Batang Arellano, commander ng komando, 150 kilos. Budigiro ni Willie Ang, may asawa na inspektor ng BJMP. Ngunit nang makuha ng 50 kilos ay iniwan siya at pumunta sa abroad sa takot na ipapatay. Vicente C. Saidin Makabalang, 75 kilos, poser ng mga Muslim sa Quiapo, supplier ng mga Muslim sa Mindanao at Kulyat. Juan alias Chacha na Sputnik, 160 kilos, nahuli at may video nasa Metropolitan Hospital sa Binabides, Binondo, Manila, kasama ang 16 na Starlet, viral dati yung YouTube, area Bulacan at Mindoro. Kabit niya ang artista na si Rosanna, Roces alias Osang. Protector niya ay mga pidiya sa Quezon City. Jackson Lee, inistapan ni JB Sebastian ng 50 kilos kaya pinatapon sa Abuyog Leyte. Igay Alvarez, nasa Abuyog, 100 kilos, big time sa Abuyog Leyte. Tatay Angsi, Chinese old man, kinatatakutan at na nirerespeto ng lahat ng Chinese, may busis at ginagalang. Manilin, assistant commander ng GIG, 50 kilos area, Pangasinan. Certain Tom, Coaquios at William Ang. Dante of Commando, lumaya na siyang budigero ni Tom, 200 kilos, area Laguna, Batangas, Bicol. Protector niya ay si PNP Class 84 Nilo Anso, Police Colonel. Romil Baltar, umangkat din ng 10 kilo kay Tom. Bureau Officers, Non-Completion Guards involved in drugs, Axe Protector, Courier, Caballo. PIS Danny Dador, pinakamayaman sa lahat, may big house, mansion sa Leyte, Samar, maraming brand new cars, 7 units, maraming bakat, maraming lupa sa Batangas, talk of the town sa Bureau Instant Milyonaryo, drug syndicate ay siya ang busing. Pag na-relieve siya, 2 months lang, balik agad sa dating pwesto. PS2 Richard Schwarzkopf, milyonaryo na, patong sa druga, maximum at medium. Mga kaalyado niya, Brad sa Apo, fraternity, tulad ni Prison Guard Santiago. Apo din, Bagman at Cabayos, huwag pasok ng druga at baril sa maximum. Assistant Superintendent, Efren Tapay, protector ng drugs sa medium. PG3 si Spinye, COJ ng medium, protector ng drugs. PG2 Ibales, gate guard sa medium, nagpapasok ng droga sa medium. PG3 Marco, protector ng drugs sa maximum. PG1 Marlon San Juan, nagpapasok ng droga at alak sa medium, 4 p.m. to 12 noon ang duty. PG1 Jerome Mondero, kabayo ng droga sa medium, 4 p.m. to 12 noon ang duty. PG1 Erickson Bayugo, kabayo ng droga, 4 a.m. to 12 noon ang duty. Assistant Superintendent Dinaro Aro, assign at Abuyog Leyte, protector ng droga, lahat ng drug lord doon, may payula siya na 40,000 pesos per month per head. PG1 Ocampo alias Manok, kabayo ng baril at droga sa maximum. Halimbawa po, 10 pieces ng kalibre 45, 15,000 pesos each. M16 Armalite, 30,000 pesos each. Drugs, kilo kung pumasok, ito po ay talk of the town sa Bilibid. PG1 Brazil, Bicolano, kabayo ng baril at tulad ni Ocampo, parehas ang singil. Kanya lang sa kanya, bulyong tulad ng druga. Louis 5 kilos ang pinapasok, kasama siya sa Inuba Boys na niregaluhan ng Chinese. Minsan, kunyari, sa maintenance siya naka-assign para di mahalata na kabayo, pero putok na siya sa Bilibid. PG2 Borja, assign at SWAT, laging bitbit ang M16, pero kuidaw ka, droga, baril din ang laman ng bag. PG3 Perez, assign to OJ Medium, kabayo din ng droga. Inmate sa medium na active sa pagtutulak ng droga at loob at labas. Samuel Alasida alias Ganggang, bata ni Jerry Pipino, area Bohol at Tarlac, 70 kilos, walang pakundangan kung gumastos. Front niya ay mga tindahan dito sa medium, nasabi niya sa Alpha, 150 milyon ang nairemit niya kay Pipino. Ang silda niya po ay sa Ika. Julian Jimena, silda 114, tulak sa loob ng medium, 1 kilo. Winston de Guzman, pinatay na ang asawa, tuloy pa rin. 3 kilo sa loob at labas, nagbebenta. Anthony Serrano, alias Tuni, 5 kilos, labas, loob, 30 kilo, pumusta sa bilyar, Silda 126, Samson Tan, 1 kilo, Silda 132, Walter Ed Bakay, matindi ito, tuloy-tuloy, at labas, 3 kilo, Silda 138, araw at gabi, may paninda siya. Ramon Mutok Jr., bahala na gang, Silda 216, 5 kilos, loob at labas. Roberto Tolentino, half kilo, Silda 6A. James Andres Oy, Silda Ika, Apo connected to Super Schwarzkopf, 2 kilos. Valeriano Amistoso, Silda 6B, 1 kilo. Raymond Bungabong, Silda 6C, 5 kilos, loob at labas. Wilfrido Arias, alias Bilat, Silda Ika, 10 kilos, loob at labas. 50K, pumusta sa bilyar, kabayo niya, mga 4 p.m. to 12 noon. SPO Prison Guards, PG1 San Juan, Mondero, and PG1 Bayugo. Any development relative thereto will be treated in the next report confidentially. For info and guidance, Afghanistan, Taliban, Your Honor.
Okay, maraming salamat. Meron ka pang next report na ginawa? Wala na?
No, Your Honor, but I would like to inform this honorable committee that this is the very painful decision I have ever made in my entire life.
Palagay ko nga, dahil
divulge,
sa dami ng sinabi mo rito, di ka ba natatakot bumalik doon sa iyong pupuntahan?
To divulge, Your Honor, my identity utilizing by the CIDG through Senior Superintendent Jerry Valeroso as a government asset. May I request, Your Honor, that in my present dormitory, medium security compound, after this, Your Honor, may I request for my transfer to any...
Hindi po sa amin yan. You deal with Bucor, with the DOJ, with the Secretary, no? Hindi po sa amin yan. Anyway,
thank you very much, Your Honor.
Maraming salamat sa inyo. At alam nyo, hindi we were taken off guard here, no? Kasi wala naman nag-request ng executive session ban lang. Kanya kami nagpatuloy. Just for the record, tinanong po natin ang Chief PNP at saka si General Magalong because we felt that this was somewhat classified. Pero pinahintulutan namang magtuloy. So, nasa sa inyo po ito. Pero siguro, at this juncture, gusto ko lang pong matanong kahit sa DOJ, sa kay Chief PNP, siguro sa NBI, na-validate nyo ba ito? Meron bang nag-validate sa inyo nitong mga salaysay na ito? Siguro si Chief PNP muna.
Your Honor, ongoing pa, Your Honor. Sa dami ng information na yun, Your Honor. Actually, hindi lang rin naman siya ang source na ganung klaseng mga informasyon. Meron ding ibang nagsusupply sa amin ng gano'n at ongoing pa, Your Honor.
Pero in particular, itong mga... Kasi napaka-importante po sa amin ng sinabi ng witness, dahil ito po yung hinahanap namin kasi proliferation of drug syndicates. Ito lang, kung ito lang ang nagsalaysay at ito'y na-validate, tapos na po siguro tayo. Hindi na natin kinailangan yung iba dahil sa dami ng sinabi kung totoo. So, kailangan po nito ay i-validate ito ng PNP, NBI, CIDG, or Department of Justice para po talagang malaman natin ang buod ng sinasabing confidential letter and or report na binasa po ng ating witness at kayo na po ang bahala kasi nababahala po kami sa committee kung ano po mangyayari dito sa witness, lalo't higit kailan lang nagkaroon ng riot dun sa loob. Ibig sabihin, hindi pa po masyadong secure yung maximum at saka yung medium security compounds dahil mukhang nandun mismo yung threat sa loob. So, kayo na po ang bahala. This is not for the committee to rule on, but really DOJ and or Bucor because the believed prison is under the control and supervision of Bucor and DOJ. So, siguro doon po tayo magtatapos dito kay Witness Arile. Okay, sige po. Point of information coming from Congressman Acop.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. According to our resource person this morning, what he divulged is confidential. Now, the confidentiality of documents or testimonies presented to Congress is governed by a memorandum circular from the Office of the President. Memorandum Circular number number 8, dated 1964, from the Office of the President. And before classified matters can be divulged in congressional hearings, it has to be cleared by the department head. So I think we should advise all these people, if they are really government or action agents, then this should be undertaken, Mr. Chair.
Kanya nga po, mukhang clear naman po nila, pero for the record, para lang po malinaw, are you clearing this, declassifying this information shared by this witness to the committee?
Mr. Chairman, may I share a comment? Your Honor, yung pong binasa, of course, there's nothing confidential about the affidavit. Now, dun sa annex, nasulat niya kay Presidente, there's nothing confidential about a person writing to the President. Hindi naman ito nanggaling sa anumang government agency. As a matter of fact, I conferred with General Bato de la Rosa, and he told me that since it is a simple letter, and not simple, it's a letter from a person, from a constituent, from a citizen of the Philippines, to the highest official of the land, to the President, I think there's nothing confidential about it. And so I believe that it should be accepted by the committee, and that also, in order that the picture will be complete, and so that the other members of the committee who wanted to ask question about the issuance of this letter, about the Oplan Chronos, then I believe that to complete the presentation, we have to present Colonel Valeroso, the handler or the intel officer of the witness.
Maraming salamat po. At least kami pong mga miyembro ay nabawasan po kami ng palaisipin kung ano ang mga potential repercussions po nitong testimony ng ating witness. No? Before we proceed, I just want to recognize or acknowledge the presence of Congressman Celso Lobregat and Manuel Dalipe. So, sige, Ron, Congressman Saro.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. First, just for the record, kiniklaim po kasi nung nag-testify kanina that he is a government asset. Nonetheless, we just take it and put it in record that it is the Secretary of Justice himself who is assuring this committee that this particular piece of document is already considered not classified in the first place because it has come from this particular inmate. So just for the record, Your Honor.
Salamat. Siguro po, tapos na po tayo dun sa witness, Arile. Samahan na hot na maibalik sa holding area and to pave the way for the next witness who is General Valeroso?
Police Superintendent,
Police Superintendent
Jerry Crisostomo Valeroso.
So, may I just ask, no, kasi yung witnesses natin, sinong kasunod? Valeroso. And then,
Marcelino.
Ito si General Valeroso, kahit walang immunity, yung Marcelino kanyo.
Kahit wala din pong immunity, he is willing to testify.
Okay. Yung just to give a heads up to General Bucayo and General Villasanta. We need your written statements and or si General Villasanta. Now, gusto ko lang po i-clarify, no? This is not, this hearing is, or inquiry is in pursuit of House Resolution 105. At this point in time, marami na po tayong na-establish and save for a few more witnesses, sa tingin marahil ay marami na po tayong magagawang batas because this hearing is all about this inquiry is in aid of legislation. No? So, hindi po tayo nagtatapos dito sa hearing na ito kung mag-terminate man po natin ito because we have subcommittees that will pursue reforms on 4 of the 5 pillars of the criminal justice system. Magpapatuloy po ang mga hearing kung saan alamin po natin yung mga reforma na kailangan po natin that will require legislation. So, maaari po tayong magtapos dito pero magpapatuloy pa rin nga po tayo. So, don't you worry that we may not cover all of the witnesses that DOJ and or other members of the House would want to be covered because guided by the desire of the Speaker to terminate this in a meeting or two, tuwing pagkatapos po ng hearing namin, kami pong yung mga vice chairman namin, kami po ay nagpo-postmortem para malaman po kung kailangan pa naming dagdagan pa yung mga witnesses para ma-establish yung facts. No? So, please be assured that other committees like the Committee of General ACOP, Public Order and Security, the Committee of Chairman Ace Barbers, which is the Dangerous Drugs Committee, magpapatuloy pa rin po ang mga ganitong pagdinig. And of course, dun po sa mga subcommittees namin that will all deal with the 4 of the 5 pillars of the criminal justice system, to the point that we need to do and initiate and enact laws to reform this yung enforcement and investigation. 1. 2, prosecutorial reforms needed. 3, judicial reforms needed. And finally, correctional reforms needed. They will continue to conduct inquiry. So wag pong mawawala ng loob yung mga tao na hindi matatawag dito dahil magkakaroon po sila ng pagkakataon na marinig po yung kanilang gustong isalaysay in this other fora that will be conducted under the auspices of the different committees under the House of Representatives. So, para lang po malinaw, para po kung sakali pong magtapos tayo, segundo sa kagustuhan po ng House leadership na tapusin ito in the soonest time possible, then we will try to do that. So, anyway, I understand the next witness, Valeroso, Chief Superintendent ba? Senior Superintendent Valeroso is here, so may I now recognize again Secretary Aguirre.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Before that,
Before that,
May I just give some guidance to the committee because it was me as chairman of the Committee on Rules that decided that this hearing be limited to the jurisdiction only of the Committee on Justice. Initially, this was supposed to be handled by 3 committees. The Committee on Dangerous Drugs, headed by Representative Barbers, and the Committee on Public Order and Security, headed by Representative Akop. But I thought and I decided that it would become unwieldy if we have 3 chairs with 3 memberships presiding over this matter. So please be guided that the jurisdiction of this committee is limited only to the national believed prisons. And if any, I read, for example, one of the affidavits here, it's not wholly about the believed prisons, but the problem of dangerous drugs in particular. So that should be referred to the Committee on Dangerous Drugs. So please be guided by that instruction, Mr. Chairman. Thank you.
Maraming salamat, Majority Floor Leader. At least na-relieve po kami at saka siguro it's about time that the other committees also do their perform their mandate. Para medyo makapag-relax naman po tayo. Anyways, so Mr. Secretary.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chairman,
May we ask?
before we proceed, having the statement of the majority leader in mind, and similarly having the instruction of the Speaker in mind to terminate this inquiry in aid of legislation as much as possible in 1 or 2 hearings, for our guidance, when more or less will this be terminated? After 1 more hearing or 2 more hearings?
Siguro pagkatapos ito, ang tingin ko mga isa na lang. Kasi depende po sa mamayang postmortem namin ng mga vice chair namin kung ano pa ang dapat patunayan o establish na hindi pa po napapatunayan. So I think the next hearing on Monday, where we will get Sebastian and C, plus a few more others, may already guide the committee in coming up with the report, a committee report for approval of the Justice Committee and then presentation to plenary.
I ask Mr. Chairman because in the past few days, there were so many members of the House, a mix of members of the House and members of the Justice Committee, were asking me whether the witnesses previously called will again be presented for purposes of closure of the ongoing congressional inquiry. Based on that premise, Mr. Chairman, may I now ask on whether or not there will still be an opportunity that all those witnesses called before and after this hearing be presented for the last time for the benefit of those members who reserved their questions and for purposes of closing this proceeding.
Yes, Deputy Speaker, we will evaluate that. As I said, we do a post-mortem always after every hearing. If I may suggest, please tell whoever those members who are consulting you to come to me and I will directly respond to their queries. So after 1, 2, 3, 4 more witnesses are called in so that we can take advantage of the testimonies of these witnesses, I guess, who more or less, more of the members and even the viewers, the viewing public are more interested to hear. So, if I may just continue, Secretary Aguirre, please proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. May we ask for the administration of the oath on Police Superintendent Valeroso?
Before that, Secretary, may I know the purpose for which this witness is going to be presented?
Major Valeroso is presented for the following purposes. One, to prove that Police Superintendent Jerry Crisostomo Valeroso was assigned formerly to the CIDG. Two, to prove that sometime in January 2014, he personally recruited Nonilo Arile as a confidential informant. Nonilo Arile being a former police officer assigned at the WPD. His intelligence gathering skills and background in the investigation was considered in tapping him as an confidential informant. Three, to prove that there are still big-time drug lords operating inside the NBP. To prove that drug trade inside NBP is still alive.
The what? The?
Still ongoing. Drug trade was just transferred to the medium security, meaning to say that when the SAF guarded the Building 14 in maximum security prison, pumunta lamang po sila dun sa medium security to prove, well, the extravagant lifestyle of the high-profile drug lords.
So before we proceed, the chair is just wondering whether this matter still would require the presentation of this particular witness, since this is corroborative. Does he have personal knowledge of whatever he will testify on, except that he took in this witness Arile? Kasi if we can just
Mr. Chairman,
perhaps pwede na tayong i-ano yun, we can ask General Magalong na ginawa niya yun. Then we can just stipulate on this para we can spare this committee. Kung ang testimonya niya ay para dun lang sa pagpapatuo-tuo na siya ang nag-recruit, palagay ko nasagot na natin yan kung wala naman siyang personal knowledge, except that he is basing all of these things that he will say on what Arile had already testified on, meaning hearsay pa rin yan. Then we can probably just stipulate on that particular point.
Mr. Chairman, ito pong si Colonel Valeroso, meron po siyang personal knowledge, nag-conduct siya ng buy-bust operation dyan sa loob ng NBP.
Okay. So,
and besides, it's only 2-page.
On that basis, sige,
Mr. Chairman,
Congressman Sandoval.
Yeah, just for clarification, ito po kasing New Bilibid prison under the DOJ, no? Pero I just want to be clarified kung bakit may intelligence ang police, may intelligence ang NBI, may intelligence ang Bucor. Pagkatapos dito po sa mga raid na ito, meron pang pati mga Armed Forces Intelligence Service, meron din silang sariling operation. But just for clarification lang po, sino ba talaga
siguro,
ang
we will handle that at the proper time. during the period of interpellation. So, mas importante kasi mapakinggan na natin yung mga witnesses. So, pasensya na kung Sandoval na. But please proceed, Secretary Aguirre.
Is Colonel Valeroso inside already? And, will
Yes,
please
sir.
stand up, Colonel?
Please raise your right hand. I,
I,
please state your name,
Senior Superintendent
do
Jerry
solemnly
Valeroso,
swear
do solemnly swear
that I will tell the truth,
that I will tell the truth,
the whole truth,
the whole truth,
and nothing but the truth.
and nothing but the truth.
So help me God.
So help me God. Colonel Valeroso, we would like to remind you that you will be testifying under oath and that you are not being offered any immunity in connection with the hearing of this committee. Do you accept that? Are you willing to be examined to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you execute an affidavit
Yes, Your Honor.
consisting of 2 pages dated October 5, 2016?
Yes, Your Honor.
Please go over the affidavit to be shown to you and tell this honorable committee whether this is the affidavit that you are referring to.
Nasaan? May, yun pala.
Pwede pa check kung yan.
Ito ba yung dokumento?
Yung content.
Yes, yes. Yeah.
Sir, pwede pa pasahin po. Kayo po yung lawyer. Pasahin din po. Doon sa tabi ng signature niyo po. Yan. Kayo po ba yan? Ay, hindi. Sorry po. Sino po?
Okay. Administering officer. Wala siya rin.
Nasaan po yung...
Administering officer na naman.
Ano po ang sagot?
This is my affidavit, Your Honor.
Okay, before that, Colonel Valeroso, are you assisted by counsel?
Yes, Your Honor.
For the record, may I request the counsel to please rise and for identification purposes, state your name.
Yes, Your Honor, good afternoon. I'm Attorney Mario Dionisio Jr. from the Public Attorney's Office, assisting Police Senior Superintendent Valeroso.
Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Colonel Valeroso, sinusumpa mo ba na totoong lahat ang nasasayad sa inyong affidavit at ikaw ay hindi binayaran, pinangakuan ng kung ano, sinaktan o tinorture sa pag-execute mo ng affidavit na ito?
Yes, Your Honor.
So, voluntary mong ang paggawa ng affidavit na ito?
Yes, Your Honor.
May we request, Your Honor, please, that this affidavit identified by the witness be marked as Exhibit V, V as in victory. The signature of the witness appearing on the first page as V2. The second page of the document, the affidavit as V-1, and the signature of the witness, resource person, be marked as Exhibit V-1-A. Likewise, may we request that the signature of the oath administering officer be marked as Exhibit V-1-B. the witness is ready to read his affidavit, Mr. Chairman.
Okay na? Okay, Mr. Colonel Valeroso, will you please read into the records the contents of your affidavit?
Yes, Your Honor. I, Police Senior Superintendent Jerry Crisostomo Valeroso, of legal age, Filipino, married, and resident of Caloocan City, after having been duly sworn to accordance with law, do hereby depose and state that I am a member of the Philippine National Police with the rank of Senior Superintendent. I was formerly assigned with the Criminal Investigation and Detection Group in the Philippine National Headquarters, Camp Crame, Quezon City. On October 1, 2016, I was informed that Nonilo A. Arile, an inmate of the New Bilibid Prison in Muntinlupa City, has executed an affidavit with the assistance of counsels from the Public Attorney's Office. The said affidavit really stated that he was my asset, whose responsibility was to submit informations to me and time to time regarding drug transaction inside the National Penitentiary. Aforementioned statement is true. Sometimes in January 2014, I personally recruited Arile as a confidential informant. He was already my friend, neighbors, and brothers in religion, even before he was incarcerated. I believe as a former police officer assigned at the Western Police District Detective Bureau, his intelligence gathering skills and backgrounds in investigations and reporting would be essential to the anti-criminality drive of the CIDG. True enough, the information he relayed to us provided a clear understanding of the personalities and systems in the place with regard to the illegal drugs trade inside the NBP. As a religious leader, Arile has open access to all areas and all groups inside the NBP. He is able to mingle and speak to anyone without the slightest suspicious. And this is how he was able to obtain the information he relayed to me. I personally evaluated all information provided to me by Arile and forwarded the same to the CIDG for consolidations. In 2014, I also conducted surveillance operation inside the NBP maximum security compound through the assistance of Arile. Through Arile efforts, cope up with the rigorous verification process on our end, we were able to mount a significant anti-narcotic operation inside the NBP itself, the most recent of which was the successful bypass operations conducted inside the medium security compound on August 25, 2016. The operation yielded 25 grams of Shabu and led to the filing of criminal complaints against 5 inmates. Through my own intelligence build-up, I personally witnessed the extravagant lifestyle of inmates inside the NBP maximum security compound. I noticed inmates with pistol braceletly tucked in their waistband. Gambling was open and the wages reached millions of pesos. I was able to watch billiard games within the stock, a fun stock of 1,000 pesos bills were just placed on top of the billiard table, and after the games were just carelessly thrown around. I know for a fact that the drug trade inside the New Bilibid prison is still alive and well inside the medium security compound. When the PNP Special Action Force took over the security of maximum security compound, the drug trade was simply transferred to medium security compound, wherein it is extremely convenient for the drug lord to sell Shabu. This is possible because it is the prison guard themselves who bring in the drugs and pass them to the drug lords incarcerated therein. 4 of them are even known as the Innova Boys because of the Toyota Innova units given to them by the drug lords inmates. I'm also much aware of the big-time yelled discreet drug lords inside the NBP who are known to the authorities and the public. They are Ben Marcelo, alias Ben Ulo, Willie Yang, Robert Lee, Ang Si, Willie Ang, Sabley Chua, and many others in fact. Nonilo Arili is very much close to some Lee Chua. Knowing the circulation of huge amount of money inside the NBP, I firmly believe that Sam Lee Chua was indeed in possession of 65 million pesos in cash inside his kubul merely week before the December 15, 2014 raid inside the NBP maximum security compound. It also not impossible that amount even more than 60 million pesos has gone missing. I am executing this affidavit to attest the truthfulness and veracity of the foregoing facts and circumstances. In witness whereof, I hear to affix my signature this
Okay na yan,
day.
okay na po yan. Okay na po yan. Affidavit, nasa record naman po yan. So, maraming salamat. We will now go to our...
Last witness.
Bakit? Kala ko, meron pang si Ragos. Si Ragos. Hindi, baka hindi na natin kaya.
Siguro isa na lang...
kasi meron pa si General Bucayo tsaka Villasanta. No? So anyway...
If we could just for the last witness, because we have some more, pero ngayon, today, isa na lang muna si Colonel Marcelino.
Okay, ano po ba ang purpose for which you are presenting Mr. Marcelino? Kasi may mga issue po, may mga objection. If you have heard some members of the committee, there are objections to his presentation as a witness, to his community. But then again, under our rules, the testimony must be germane to the subject matter of House Resolution 105. So, kung yan po ay hindi para sa 105, as the majority floor leader said, there are other committees that can take cognizance of this testimony so that we can abbreviate and or hasten the conduct of this inquiry, and we will let the other committees do their jobs. So, pakisabi po kung ano yung purpose ng kanyang testimonya so that the committee can rule whether or not he ought to be and should be heard in this legislative inquiry.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Alam po ninyo, yung pong testify ni Colonel Marcelino is very, very relevant and as a matter of fact, very important. Kasi nung pong bago po mag-testify si General Benji Bangalong nung unang hearing ay noon po lamang namin na pagdugtong-dugtong kung bakit yung 19 lamang ang pinadala sa NBI at hindi kasama doon si JB Sebastian. Kaya po ito po bilang si Colonel Marcelino po ay ipipresenta namin upang sabihin niya na siya ay parte as a representative ng PDEA kasi nagkaroon ng parang memorandum of agreement between PDEA and CADG as well as DOJ na umaasa itong dalawang police agencies na ito, PDEA and CIDG, na itutuloy nila yung pag-raid sa Bilibid. Naghintay po sila at according to the testimony of General Magalong ay handang-handa na po sila at palagi sinasabi niya kay Secretary de Lima kung kailan nila itutuloy. Pero ang sabi ni Secretary de Lima ay meron pa raw siyang gagawing meeting sa ilang matataas na mga tao. Pero nagulat itong mga ito sapagkat according to General Magalong, nag-conduct ng raid si Secretary de Lima nang hindi nalalaman ng PIDEA at ng CIDG. So, yan po ang role ni Colonel Marcelino at meron po siyang attendance sheet na ipapakita na nagpapatotoo na siya ang naging representative doon ng PIDEA. So, yan pong napakahalagang evidensyang yan na sinasabi ko nga na after General Magalong testified na doble ang lakas nung if ever kung criminal case man ito ng case ng prosecution sapagkat noon lamang namin nakita na kaya pala itong 11 lamang ang pinadala sa NBI ay upang masolo ni Sebastian ang drug trade inside the New Bilibid. So yan po ang testifyan ni Colonel Marcelino. So I believe that it's very relevant, very important for this hearing.
Mr. Chairman,
May
we know, Mr. Chairman, whether...
Sandali lang. Si General Acop raise his hand.
Mr. Chair, Congressman Ace Barbers objected a while ago, and I was not given the opportunity to object also. And I would like to state that I am also objecting to the presentation of Colonel Marcelino in this hearing. Number one, if you read the enumeration of statements that he has in his affidavit, it is not germane to the issue at hand. Number two, as stated by the Honorable Barbers, may kaso po ito doon. I think he filed a motion for reconsideration insofar as the decision of the DOJ is concerned. Number three, yun pong 19, yung rason, the reason why there were only 19 inmates who were separated, ay masasagot po siguro ng mga nagplano ng Oplan Galugad. And these people are here present today, this afternoon, Mr. Chair. Si Director Frank Bucayo and General Villasanta. As stated by General Magalong, before, ang belief niya, ang nagplano, ay si General Bucayo, si General Villasanta, and General Garbo. That was the last information that we got from General Magalong. So I object, Mr. Chair, to the presentation of Colonel Marcelino as a resource person in this hearing, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Addition lang po to, in addition to what the Congressman Acop has stated earlier, in support of the objections which I raised earlier. In deference to the good secretary, I've been reading yung kanyang affidavit, no? Yung kay Colonel Marcelino. In fact, yung kanyang affidavit speaks of nothing about that testimony that the good secretary has mentioned. If I am to assess the value of the affidavit of Colonel Marcelino, it is nothing but a curriculum vitae or a resume of of Colonel Marcelino. Kasi sinabi lang niya doon yung kanyang accomplishment nung siya ay nasa PIDEA, etc., etc. I would like to support as well the manifestation of General Acop insofar as getting the valuable testimony of Marcelino is concerned. Siguro idali na lang natin sa ibang komite. Doon sa Committee of Public Order and my committee, which I will probably be a joint hearing between our two committees.
Thank you for that, General.
In order to abbreviate our hearings for today. That's all, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Congressman Barbers. Before the Vice Chair, si Congressman Garbin.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. May we know whether Colonel Marcelino did file a copy of his written statement to the Secretariat without prejudice to the manifestation and objection of Congressman Ace Barber and Congressman Acop? maybe also be furnished of that affidavit so that for our own appreciation.
Yan.
Yeah.
So, yun yung isang problema natin. Anyway, we can share this to the committee. Pwede na siguro. Pero, let me just go back to kay Congressman Acop and Congressman Ace. No? Would you like to convert your manifestation into a motion so that we can resolve this issue immediately?
Mr. Chairman, before we resolve that issue, we should also be furnish copies of those so that we will know.
Okay,
of the
hindi naman po
affidavit.
natin pipigilin yung pero probably not in this hearing because there are objections to the presentation of this particular witness
Mr.
in this
Chairman,
hearing.
then we cannot resolve whether the objection because how will we vote on it if we do not
Wala
know?
pa rin hong motion na manifestation pa lang.
You
That's
are
why
asking for the
I was
motion.
asking either Congressman Acop and or Congressman Barbers if they would like to convert into a motion yung kanilang manifestation.
Before that, Mr.
Before
Chairman,
that, Vice Chair is recognized.
Mr. Chairman, I really would like also to hear the testimony of Marcelino, but since there is an assurance that this can be treated in another committee, I can forgo with that. More importantly, Mr. Chairman, in the affidavit of Bukayo, General Bukayo, he stated in paragraph 19 that it was Secretary of Justice who decided not to inform CIDG about it. And number two, this testimony of witness Bukayo is corroborated by the September 30, 2016 affidavit of Arili, paragraph 10, where he also said hindi natuloy ito dahil pinigil ni DOJ Secretary De Lima. So with this, I think I have been making notes on the admissions in the respective affidavits so that for purposes of preparation of report, easily refer to the paragraphs mentioned in the affidavits of the witnesses. So I think, I don't know if you will still proceed with the motion, Your Honor.
Anyway, maraming salamat, Vice Chair. No? Pero actually, for the sake of transparency, let me inform Secretary Aguirre that I talked personally to this witness, Marcelino, who came voluntarily to my office and told me personally he does not want to be subjected or to be a witness to this hearing. So anyway, that is for your information. Why you are insisting on him, despite the presence of General Bukayo, General Magalong, and many others who have more things to reveal to us, is just, it haunts me. So anyway, do I hear a motion to dispense with the testimony of Marcelino, who wishes, who DOJ wants to be presented in today's hearing?
Mr. Chairman, I move that we adopt verbatim what you just said. And I so move, Mr. Chairman.
Any second to the motion? So, any objection to the motion? There being none, the testimony of Marcelino is hereby dispensed with. Let him appear before the appropriate committee of the House, subject to the referral to be made by the Rules Committee and the Majority Floor Leader. So, so ordered.
Mr. Chairman, just a short interjection.
Thank you.
I'd just
okay.
like to take this opportunity to inform the DOJ and to ask, if not not to reprimand Attorney Acosta, because in several occasions, on several news forums, I've seen Attorney Acosta with Colonel Marcelino. Ang point lang ho dun, may kaso ho nasa DOJ under MR. And they've been discussing merits of this case. I'm afraid that this might be used as basis for sub judice. Kaya let me just inform the good PAO chief to refrain from speaking about the merits of the case in all their media appearances, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair.
Thank you for that. May I request, may I give this opportunity
Mr. Chair.
for...
Mr. Chair, para minsanan na lang po.
Sige po,
May we know
Congressman Aram.
also who is the lawyer of Colonel Marcelino?
Are you in a position to answer that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Sige,
The
please.
private lawyers, I think Manalo withdrawn from his case and were furnished of the withdrawal. And under our law, in the executive of the service, the PAO may be called upon by government authorities to render such service to other persons. Nasa PAO ho yan, Republic Act 9406. So anybody who has an urgent need, because his case was already dismissed by the DOJ, and his motion or petition for bail was granted by RTC Quezon City. And upon motion for reconsideration by the PIDEA, the past individuals during the past administration, it was recently granted on last week, I think. The following day, Senator De Lima had a press con about Marcelino. So Marcelino, out of urgency, he will be incarcerated right away if we won't file an omnibus motion for suspension of the arrest,
So,
suspension
can you go straight to the point? You
Yes, sir.
are the lawyer of
the Public
Marcelino.
Attorney's Office, Your Honor. Anybody can ask for
Okay, so
help in urgent
PAO,
cases.
no,
Yes, Your Honor.
upon your direction is
Yes, Your Honor.
the lawyer, okay?
Yes,
But
Your Honor.
there is another manifestation.
Mr. Chair,
are you
may
done?
if I remember the law creating the PAO, ang una po niyong kliyente ay indigent. At kung hindi indigent, yung korte po ang mag-uutos na PAO ang maging lawyer. May I know if there's a court order for the PAO to act as the lawyer of Marcelino?
There is no court order yet because he has not yet been arraigned, Your Honors. That's why we filed a motion for suspension of arraignment and suspension of the issuance of the warrant because the court in RTC has already rendered a decision that the evidence of the prosecution is
po.
weak.
So,
hindi
again,
lang po indigent ang aming kliyente. Pwede po kami kahit congressman
okay,
biglang
naintindihan na po namin
Opo.
yun. As head of PAO and reading the mandate of PAO, Attorney Acosta has taken it upon herself to decide that PAO should provide the legal assistance. So, that's done. But anyway, meron pa po, ano po yung Chairman Ace, ano po yung hinihiling kay Attorney Acosta?
Mr. Chairman, hinihiling ko lang na in all the appearances of Colonel Marcelino and Attorney Acosta in all the media forums that are available, sana ho they refrain from discussing the merits of the case because there are instances where I personally saw Attorney Acosta speaking about the merits of the case of the Colonel Marcelino. So yun lamang po. This is just a reminder.
Anyway, we don't
Otherwise, I will have to move, Mr. Chairman, that we reprimand. If she insists on talking about this issue again and again and again, I will be compelled to ask the committee to reprimand the the good attorney. That's
Thank
all,
you.
Madam Chair.
Siguro, this does not need an explanation. Attorney Acosta, please be guided accordingly para po yung ating proceeding ay mas maging mabilis. Dahil mas gusto po ng taong maalaman kung ano pa yung mga mas importanteng bagay that perhaps can be shared by General Bukayo. No? So at this point in time, may we just may we just acknowledge the presence of Congressman Noel. So magandang hapon, welcome to this. Siguro, since the issue has been brought to fore already, and since General Bukayo is here, we might as well ask General Bukayo to now give his may statement ba siya? Sinumpang salaysay? Yes. Okay, so dahil you are not the witness of DOJ, then the committee will now will now pursue the matter directly, through the sino bang in charge?
Allow him to speak.
Okay, pero okay, so may we now recognize General Bukayo, who I would like to inform the body also volunteered to be present because of the mention of his name, and under our rules, in fact, anong rule yan?
He was invited.
Section 10, ito po, rights and duties of persons affected by a hearing. Where applicable, any person named in a public hearing or in the released record of testimonies given in executive sessions who has not been previously so named shall, within a reasonable time thereafter, be notified of such fact by registered letter, return receipt requested to the address of such person last known to the committee. The notice shall include, etc. Any person so notified who believes that one's character or reputation was adversely affected may, within 7 days upon receipt of said notice, communicate with the secretary of the committee and or request to appear in person before the committee in public session and give testimony at the expense of the concerned person. This he did, and in response to thereto, the committee has deemed it appropriate for him to be invited to this inquiry pursuant to an invitation we issued last week. No? So, together with General Villasanta, who also has may have some revelations on this very same point that the Department of Justice would want this committee to appreciate. No? So, at this juncture, General Bukayo, you're now recognized.
Mr. Chair, we have read the statement of General Bukayo, and this sworn statement is just a general denial. It does not even give us an inkling of what is happening inside the Bilibid. It is all general denials. So what is he going to testify now?
That is precisely the reason why we called him in, and that members have the the freedom to interpellate him on those points that he may not have divulged in his sworn statement. So this will give the opportunity to everyone to interpolate and or cross-examine General Bucayo on those points that this committee may find necessary for the guidance of the committee in rendering its report.
Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair.
Congressman Akop, and then
I will yield to the beautiful gentle lady from Cebu, Mr. Chair.
Congresswoman Garcia.
I thank the handsome chairperson of the Committee on Public Order and Safety. Mr. Chair, I did hear that we are precisely going to present General Bucayo so that the Congress men and women can now start interpellating him. But I would understand our process here is that we listen to all the persons to be presented by the DOJ before the interpellation of the respective representatives shall start. And so I do agree with my colleague that having read the affidavit of General Bucayo, there really is nothing substantial that should be taken into consideration, and there is no addition to the already mountain of testimonies that we have been listening to.
Mr. Chair. Yeah, Mr. Chair.
Please,
Mr. Chair.
Congressman Akop, then Congressman Lechon. Vice Chair Lechon.
I would like to disagree with my esteemed colleague from Cebu because maybe from the statements of General Bucayo, there were two O-plans which were mentioned. And precisely from there, we would be able to come out with how they came out with the names of the 19 inmates who were transferred. Kasi sila po ang nagplano nung sumunod na operation. Gusto po natin malaman kung paano nila pinili yung 19 na tao. So, Mr. Chair, I think we need to finish with the statement of General Bucayo so that we can interpret him on so far as Oplan, Galugad, and Oplan Nomad stated in his statements are concerned, Mr.
Thank
Chair.
you. Vice Chair Lechon.
Yeah, for the record, and with all due respect to our distinguished congressmen, our colleagues in Congress, for the record, I was one of those who among requested for the issuance of subpoena for General Bucayo to be here and air his side, considering there were several insinuations and allegations against his person and against his character. Now that he is here and going about through his affidavit, it may be in a form of general denial, but regardless whether it's a general denial, specific denial, it will be up to him, to the detriment of the general, to put his defense. But nonetheless, in the essence of fair play and justice, we ought to hear the side of General Bucayo, and it will be up to us, members of Congress, to interpolate and test his credibility, especially as regards specific allegations of the different inmates who allege that General Bucayo was indeed part and parcel of the grand conspiracy in the deterioration of operation and management of the Bureau of Corrections. So I stand to my opinion that he be allowed to air his side, and afterwards members of Congress be allowed to interpolate and test his credibility. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair,
Mr.
in view
Chair.
of that explanation, can we now proceed in order to not to delay the proceedings that we have now? After all, our distinguished colleagues could ask questions after the resource speaker could speak.
Just as
Okay,
a,
can
just as a rejoinder, Mr.
Congresswoman,
Chair, if we must find the affidavit of General Bukayo of great importance so that he be presented to us, and yet precisely because there is mention of the several O-plans that were being planned, O-plan Kronos, in fact, as presented by General Magalong, had been set aside. I cannot understand, Mr. Chair, if that should be the reason why, in the same breath, we would not allow the testimony of Lieutenant Colonel Ferdinand Marcelino, who is also talking about a particular O-plan that was being planned by...
Anyway,
So-
just to interrupt, the matter has been ruled upon earlier, so let us not place that as a matter of another matter. But I think I have already cited the rule, Section 10, that gives right to General Bukayo to be heard. And besides, I think this is not just for the committee to consider, given the many what do you call this, yung mga media interest in this, and I guess the people would also want to know, and perhaps he might wish to share also to the people and try to clear his name through the media that are present around us. So I guess the matter has been discussed thoroughly, and unless
Mr. Chair.
there are other things to consider, then
Mr. Chair.
we may as well already
Mr. Chair.
proceed with General Bukayo.
Yes.
What
Mr.
is
Chair,
your point?
I bow, of course, to the wisdom of the chair on the issue of General Bukayo. No? But you see, my little experience as a litigator has shown that it's very difficult to ask interpolating questions on all forms of witnesses. No? Normally, even in court, we listen first to prosecution and then defense. No? Of course, we're not a court, but I find it rather difficult to ask interpolating questions now to all witnesses, no? Regardless of who or why they are here. So my proposal is, yes, we can listen to the general, but may I recommend or suggest that we proceed with interpellation first of the resource persons brought by the DOJ, and after which we can listen to the good general and ask our interpellations. Because right now, number one, we have time limitation. 3 minutes was the time given to us the last time. If we're going to ask all the interpellation questions that we want to ask from the resource persons of the Secretary of Justice and the general, we'll never have the time, and it's very difficult to focus as well, no, on the right questions to ask given the limited time period. So may I
think
suggest?
the matter, Congressman Roque, has been resolved earlier. That was the position of the chair before, but then it was the committee's desire that all witnesses be first presented before they are interpellated, and they will be interpellated all at the same time. So anyway, you are now recognized, Mr. General Bukayo.
Maraming po salamat, Mr. Chair, sa lahat po ng member ng committee at sa lahat ng nandirito. Magandang hapon po. I'm here not only to respond to the invitation, but as mentioned earlier, I primarily volunteered to attend this meeting to clear my name and help enlighten matters of issue. Thanks to the committee for giving me this opportunity. Maraming po salamat. To air my side of the matter and relate situations in Bucor.
I am willing to fully cooperate with the committee in its investigation. Mr. Chair, I have prepared the sworn statement which was already distributed, but I have here with me a summary, a shorter version that summarizes what is inside my opening statement. I hereby categorically deny the claim of convicted inmates of the New Bilibid prison that I requested or received monthly assistance or payola from them when I served as the director of the Bureau of Correction. I have never accepted even a single centavo, nor did I task anyone on my behalf to collect money from any inmate in any prison facility. For the record, I was the fourth Bucor director under the previous administration. I assumed office on March 2013, almost 3 years after the previous administration started running the department. Upon assuming, I was shocked like you to learn of the great magnitude and multitude of the deep-rooted problems of our prison facilities resulting from decades of government neglect, the most appalling of which is that the NBP is no longer a prison, but has turned into a fort seemingly controlled by inmates, a walled community of convicts. All of this did not happen overnight or over the course of my assignment as the director of the Bureau of Correction. These problems persisted long before me, and I trust up to this very day. These alarming and disturbing issues clearly points to a problem with and within the system, a complex problem that developed over the past decades. Given the seriousness and gravity of the problems afflicting the New Bilibid prison, I prioritized the implementation of much-needed reforms within the Bureau and cognizance of the limitation of the Bucor, also enlisted the aid of other government law enforcement agencies such as the NBI and the Presidential Anti-Organized Crime Council Committee in combating illegal activities inside the NBP. The resulting plan was implemented, which is Oplan Nomad for Bucor and NBI Oplan Galugad, was implemented on December 15, 2014, which extracted and transferred to another detention facility 19 high-profile and high-risk inmates identified to be the main personalities managing illegal activities inside the NVP. This resulted in the severe crippling of their illicit activities inside the NVP. This also confirmed and exposed to the free community the extent of neglect that contributed to the worsened condition of our penitentiary. If I was in the payroll of my accusers, as they claim, I had no reason or incentive to mount a risky, complicated, and dangerous operation such as the one conducted on December 2014. I would also like to take this opportunity to dispel the insinuation that I prevented or preempted Oplan Cronus of the Criminal Investigation and Detection Group as testified to by Police Deputy General Benjamin Magalong during the early hearing before.
Hindi naman sila sinesearching sa main gate ng maximum pagka nagpasok sila ng mga drugs.
Kaya raw dapat ipa-lifestyle ang 6 na mga prison guard na tumanggap umano ng tig-iisang Toyota Innova kapalit umano ng proteksyon sa mga high-profile inmates.
Trademark nila na nagtatransport ng drugs at the same time, meron silang car na Innova na bigay ng ng mga drug lords. mga malalaking na sila, Peter ko, yan, si Marcelo, si ganun. Marami sila dyan sa loob.
Emil Sumangil, nakatutok, 24 oras.
At dumalo si JB, hindi dadalo si Gulango. Pag dumalo si Gulango, ay sa meeting hindi darating si JB. Matindi ang kanilang hidwaan hanggang sila ay nagpapasok ng kanya-kanyang matataas na kalibre ng baril at may granada pa. Palibasa ay mga multimillionaire na sina JB at Gulango, nagagawa nila ang gusto nila sa bilibid. Nagbubulag-bulagan ng mga super, OIC, COJ, overseer at gate guard kapag nagpasok sila ng mga babae, starlet at mga artista tulad ni Rosanna, Roces, alias Usang, na laging dumadalaw kay Vicente C., one of Bilibid 19. Si JB at Gulango ay iba't ibang mga babae na sikat ang mga dumadalaw sa kanila kapalit ng malaking pera na ibinibigay sa prison guards. Palibasa ay kalugar ng Alpa si JB Sebastian at tubong tagatundo ay magangang loob niya. At madalas niya akong ipatawag upang humingi ng impormasyon ukol sa mga plano sa kanya ni Gulango at minsan isang araw magabandang alas 5, pinatawag ako ni JB at tinalok na uminom ng mamahaling alak at dahil sa hindi ako umiinom ay pira na lang ang kanyang ipinaunlak. Sabay sabi, pare, sa atin sa Tondo ay hindi bahay ang pinagagawa niya, kundi big building. Sabay pakita ng baril na caliber 40 na nakatago sa kanyang baywang. At isinama niya ako sa kanyang malapartil na kwarto, aircon, at pinakita niya sa akin ang mga baril na iba't ibang kalibre na may 3 Bushmaster na M16 ang bala. Malakas siya kay General Bukayo at lalo na kay Secretary de Lima na madalas niyang kateks. Si Peter ko na number 3 sa Big Fish Drug Lord ay nasasakupan ni JB dahil sa Dorm 2B, komando siya nakatira. At ganito po ang senaryo ni JB na bilang kaibigan niya si Secretary de Lima at Director Bukayo, gumawa siya ng paraan na makumbinsi si de Lima na gawin siyang asset upang masugpo nila di umano ang mga drug lord at alam niya bilang commander ng komando na mayroong maraming pirang nakaimbak ang mga Chinese national na nasa teritoryo ng komando. Isa na si Peter ko, ipinakita niya kay Peter ang Bushmaster, M16 ang bala at isang 45 caliber at tinuruan ni JB na itago katabi ng kanyang pera. Kaya sa isang cemented wall doon nilagay at marami pang ibang Chinese na binigyan niya ng matataas na baril. Sa kanya ginawa ang intelligence report na bukod sa may huge amount of money, meron...
Mr. Chair, before...
I was the one who brought this matter out to you. Ang concern lang po namin dito kung ito ay valid intelligence operation at nagdi-divulge naman ng mga classified document, kung pwedeng dinidivulge ba ito sa public or it threaten the operations of the PNP?
Your Honor, if that
Mr. Chair,
document...
before the good Director General, no, he has to be sworn first because he was not included in those sworn, because the sworn speaker has to be sworn. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Chairman.
Your Honor, if that document is classified by CIDG itself, then it has to be declassified first before it can be open to the public. But I don't know if that has gone through the process, CIDG, Your Honor. So I have yet to ask the director of CIDG if they are the ones who classified that document.
We find out from Director Magalong. Well, I just want that we do not violate any regulations regarding this matter.
Mr. Chair, Your Honor, we have not yet declassified the information. And besides, it's my first time to meet inmate Arile. I'm not aware that he was the action agent used by Senior Superintendent Valeroso. And besides, Your Honor, Senior Superintendent Valeroso voluntarily, when I was still the CIDG, he volunteered to provide some information with regards to what's going on inside the NBP. So my instruction to him is, okay lang, sige, you can use, you can proceed with your plan of action, but all information will be given to the head of the Transnational Crime Division, who was then Police Senior Superintendent Goygoyon. Si Goygoyon po ang magko-consolidate, and then everything will be given to the Intelligence Division for encoding in the system po.
My only concern is, can you advise the committee, can we proceed with him reading all of this?
Anyway, yes, Your Honor. Anyway, tapos na rin po yung yung operation. Basically, tapos na, terminated na po lahat. History na po yung binabanggit naman po niya.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chair, just for clarification, Mr. Chair, I would like to inquire with the witness if he's the one who wrote this one, the annexes A1 to A5. Are you Afghanistan that's being referred to in the annexes?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, we'll reserve the questions when the right time comes, Mr. Chair.
Okay, sige, di kumpletuhin nyo na. Total,
pang baril. Muro-muro po ito at napaniwala niya si De Lima sa mga escort ni JB, kaya agad pinatawag ang NBI na may dalang sketch. Lalo siyang bumango kay De Lima dahil lang sa lakay ng NBI, positive nga naman. Hugas kamay si JB na nagkunwari na malinis at masama ang mga Chinese. Sabi tuloy ni Peter ko nang makuha ng NBI ang pera at baril, si JB lang anya ang nakakaalam ng lalagyan. Nang mag-search ang NBI, halatang bagong simento lang ang lalagyan ni Peter ko na binansagang huda si JB sa buong Bilibid. Matapos na madala sa Building 14 ang mga Bilibid boys, naiwan si JB sa maximum at doon siya lalong namayagpag. Hanggang isang araw ay muli niya akong ipinasundo na napag-usapan namin na mabango siya kay De Lima at sinabi niya sa akin na palalayain siya ni De Lima sa pamamagitan ng absolute pardon dahil ipinagkanulo niya ang mga Chinese kasama sila Kulangko at iba pa sa Bilibid 19. Napakarumi ng laro ni JB, mahirap pagtiwalaan yan. Ang takbo ng usapan sa Bilibid, lalo ba sa grupo ng kumandugang. Sa aming pag-uusap ay nabanggit niya na marami na siyang pera at hindi na maghihirap ang kanyang pamilya. At paglaya niya ay kukunin siya ni De Lima at President Pinoy. Sa panahong iyon ay patuloy ang kanyang masamang hangarin at namamayagpag sa paggawa ng pera hanggang isang araw ay naging kaibigan niya si Jackson Lee na dahil sa kanyang modus operandi ay nagdown siya ng ilang milyon upang mabigyan ng paninda na Shabu hanggang sa makuha niya ang tiwala ni Jackson Lee. Mahusay magbayad si JB kaya upi na sa kanya at nilargahan na siya sa pagbibigay ng 50 kilos high-grade na Shabu. Akala ni Jackson Lee babayaran pa siya bagkos ay pinatapon siya sa Abuyog, Leyte. Ang halaga ng nakuha ni JB ay kulang-kulang na 100 milyon sa 50 kilos na inangkat niya. Iyon pala ay estapa. Ibig sabihin, hindi na magbabayad si JB. Nang mawala si Kulangko at iba pa, tumayong hari ng Bilibid si JB at ito po ang kanyang video account, Jewelry Shop 0031007956. Diyan po iniuhulog ang malalaking transaksyon sa drugs ni JB. Sobra at super lakas siya kay De Lima at Director Bukayo. 1 week sa loob ang mga chicks, bibot niya, air condition, hayahay buhay ng mga milyonaryo. Mahal na Presidente, saan po kaya napunta yung nakumpiska na pera sa Bilibid na humigit kumulang sa 300 million including expensive assorted jewelries? Kay De Lima po itinurnover by NBI agents at right thereafter the rate sa newspaper ay 1.6 million na cash na reported recovered o six items na cash. Hindi niya may tatanggi yun, sir. Alam ng buong bilibid o baka ginamit sa eleksyon. Right after na mapalitan si Director Bukayo, ay hindi siya binigyan ng Pangulong Pinoy ng absolute pardon sapagkat pumutok na lumaganap na ang kanyang kawalangyaan. Unfortunately, ay iniwan siya sa ere ni Secretary de Lima, kaya isinama siya sa Building 14 kung saan nasa hanay ng Bilibid 19. Sir, nandito po ang totoo na listahan ng mga big fish, drug lord mula sa number 1, Bin Marcelo alias Kuya Bin, Sam Lichua, yan ang number 2, alias Sam, Peter Ko, number 3, Willie Ang, number 4, Robert Lee, number 5, Willie Ang, number 6, Vicente C, number 7, Jackson Lee, number 8, Angsi, Tatay Angsi, number 9, Tom, number 10. Si Bin Marcelo po, ang spokesman niya ay si Peter Ong, liaison officer ni Marcelo, fluent sa Tagalog, English, direktamente nakikipag-usap sa bureau official at mga tao ni Marcelo.
Mr. Arile, sandali lang, may I just interrupt. Nakita ko dito na marami sa lahat ng pages nito na confidential. Sino ba naglagay ng confidential na ito? Ito ba'y sinubmit? Ikaw ba naglagay nito? Confidential?
Yes, Your Honor.
So, classified ba ito, Mr. Secretary? Gusto lang malaman ng komite.
Hindi po. At yan ay nanggaling lang sa isang inmate.
So, hindi ito...
Kaya walang yung confidential dyan. Hindi siguro ang ibig niya sabihin, confidential sa kanila ni Pangulong Duterte.
Okay, so...
Mr. Chair.
May I know sino bang...
Mr. Chair.
Congressman Akop?
May we ask kung ano siya talaga? Action agent o house show? Kasi these two terms are, very far apart with each other.
I am a government asset, Your Honor.
Alam po ba ninyo na pag government asset ka, may mga dokumento na pipirmahan ka? And one of that document is your agreement.
Yes, Your Honor.
Meron kang pinirmahan.
Wala po akong pinirmahan, Your Honor, but I was recruited and encouraged by Senior Superintendent Jerry Valeroso, si government asset, and wherein my obligation, Your Honor, is to gather and supply information regarding the drugs proliferation and Bilibid prison, Your Honor.
Mr. Chair, I would reserve my other questions when Senior Superintendent Valeroso will take this stand. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Maraming salamat. Kay Chief PNP lang, gusto ko lang tanungin, ano bang procedure nyo rito? Kasi si General Valeroso ay dating sa PNP. CIDG. Ano po bang inyong regulasyon dito patungkol sa mga ganitong assets?
Posible raw makasuhan ng dating sexy star na si Rosanna Roces. Yan ay kapag napatunayang nagdadala siya ng mga babae para sa mga preso sa bilibid. Batayan sa pag-amin sa post ng isang nagangalang Jennifer Cruz Adriano na ayon sa mga ulat ay tunay na pangalan ni Osang. Nakatutok si Emil Sumangil. Eksklusibo. Ang larawang ito ay kuha raw mula sa isa sa mga pagkakataong pumasok sa maximum security compound ng New Bilibid Prison ng dating sexy star na si Rosanna Roces. Kuha noong taong 2014, galing ang larawan mula sa source ng GMA News sa NBP. Makikita rito si Osang katabi ang dalawang prison guard, isang babae at isang lalaki. Sa pagdinig kahapon ng House Justice Committee, kaugnay ng umano'y illegal drug trade sa loob ng Bilibid, nabanggit si Osang ng isa sa mga tumistigong inmate na si Nonilo Arile bilang isa sa mga malimit daw na dumalaw sa drug lord na si Vicente Entengsi.
Nagbubulag-bulaga ng mga super, OIC, COJ, overseer at gate guard kapag nagpasok sila ng mga babae, starlet at mga artista tulad ni Rosanna Roces alias Osang na laging dumadalaw kay Vicente C., one of Bilibid 19. Si JB at Kulangko ay iba't ibang mga babae na sikat ang mga dumadalaw sa kanila kapalit ng malaking pera na ibinibigay sa prison guards.
Sa iba't ibang news report, sinasabing personal na Facebook account ni Rosanna Roces ang account na ito ni Jennifer Cruz Adriano na siya ring tunay na pangalan ng aktres. Sa post na ito, itinangging mistress siya ni Vicente C. pero kinumpirma niyang naghahatid siya ng babae kay C. 25,000 piso raw ang binibigay sa kanya kada hatid kahit pa raw ma-reject ang babaeng dinala niya. Wala naman daw balak ang House Committee on Justice na ipatawag pa si Osang sa pagdinig. Pero babala ng chairman ng komite.
That's even worse, you know. I hope she realizes what she admitted in the social network, no? Dahil effectively inamin niya that she is involved in human trafficking and she can be indicted for that. Aba, human trafficking, no bail nga yun eh.
Sinusubukan pa namin kunin ang pahayag ng aktres tungkol dito. Dati nang iniulat ng GMA News ang kalakaran ng pagpasok ng babae sa maximum security compound ng NBP. Sa aking report noong 2014, nakaparehan pa namin ang ilang aminadong bugaw sa Bilibid tulad ni Sylvia, di niya tunay na pangalan.
Walang higpit. Pera-pera doon sa loob. Pasok ng alak, drugs, tilapia.
10% raw ang komisyon ni Sylvia sa bawat babaeng maibibigay niya sa mga parokyanong kadalasan ay mga chinong inmates.
Pag magandang bata nga, nasa 50, 30, yun ang pinakaano nila. Pero pag may edad-edad na hanggang ang edad nila, mga 20, 27, o ano, nasa 20 lang. Kahit nga gabi, meron umaga na lumalabas.
Ang tumestigo sa kamera na si Arile, ang ginamit daw na asset ni Police Senior Superintendent Jerry Valeroso para makakuha ng impormasyon sa NBP. Ayon kay Valeroso, di mangyayari ang lahat ng ito kung walang prison guard daw nakasabwat.
Sila ang nagpapasok ng drugs sa loob. Sila ang courier kasi